Alright, so this is game 4 against the series against the Comets. This is match number 2 of the season, where Circuit Board and Zoul playing, and Zoul had to step in game 3. So let's see how this went. Alright, so Zoul should not have gone all the way back here. I want to take a look at his perspective doing this. Zoul's trying to get back, wants to grab some boost. So at this point, he should have turned ball cam back on. I think before this. Soon as circuit is going up, I see circuit is going up for this. He should have kept ball cam on and not jumped here, so that he could have seen what's happening in the play. I get wanting to go back in case Pinelli gets boomer, but you should not have gone all the way back for this corner boost. Because now starts kind of low and you have to make a very wide rotation to get back up. So what I would have done instead is, well, I wouldn't have flipped there. You flip here, over here. So before you jump there, I would have done is just drive along and grab this boost pad. And at this point, by the time you get here, hey, now I think you would have caught it here. You saw that. And then you can grab this and then start to creep up as Circuit Board challenges him so that you're up in the field in support a lot sooner than what you do, which is go, I don't currently see it, but you go all the way for the corner boost, then go net, then go out. It takes just a lot more time to get back onto the offense play. Here, I would not have challenged in the corner here because you are the last man back. So if Pinelli gets this past you, this is pretty much guaranteed to go because circuit is way out of the play. Yeah, they're getting bumping the second man, the last guy back for the Comets. But Pan, even if he gets it mid, he might be able to follow this up and then get it back. It would be a very good chance for them. Instead, I would just to get control. So here, I would just kind of, since it's going in the corner, it's a very safe spot. Instead of pushing up to the corner here like you do, I would just kind of waited around this area behind the goal line. Ball's gonna go here, and then it goes roll around, and then right now it might fall this would be like on top of it, but you can still at this point then challenge it, and then probably pinch out some way. That also gives time for Circuit Board to get back before anything dangerous really happens. But luckily, goes well. You get the 50 win. Unfortunately, you missed the open net, which happens. So again, you're kind of pushing up a little slow here, because by the time Circuit Board is in their offensive third, you're still in the defensive third, in like the goalie box. I need to push up a lot sooner. You help Circuit Board into, because right now Circuit Board had to play 1v1 right now. You go back, how did this play develop? Circuit gets the 51 and he's pushing up field, so yeah. So I would say by the time that Circuit gets to the midfield and is still directly behind the ball, at this point you should be pushing up. And like, I mean really even before this, because you can see he has no one challenging him. And so if we let's go back. So at this point, you know, Circuit Board has the ball. And at this point, you should grab this boost and then turn up field for circuit, so that as he's going up, you're also mid, so you can pass at any time to you, and then maybe he can pass back and goal. It makes it a 2v1, makes it very difficult for the goalie. But instead, when you get this boost, you wait here, circuit board's up here, then you start to go. And by that point, you're just so far behind, and he doesn't have any option other than try to do a solo play. Making sure to push up a little bit faster for that. And by the time you get there, Thunder gets a touch on it and get a counter goal. So while the counter is still something we need to watch out if you were already pushed up. So at this point, you should have been like maybe here, in this kind of general vicinity. That when this bounces off the backboard, you can challenge it a lot sooner. Either that, or you recognize Thunderbird's gonna hit it. At that point, you can then turn around. Because by the time he goes for it, you're still trying to push up towards play, and then it just bangs it past you. And then you have no momentum, so there's no way you can get back for it. He took goal? No, not quite. Almost became a good play. I mean, it was a good play, I just stopped it from. What happened here on defensive circuit? Hold on, let me go to circuit board perspective. You pass it, or you try to pass mid circuit, but try to intercept it. Yeah, circuit, you just need to. You either need to jump for this way sooner. You try to. I mean, I get the aerials, well, kind of the backward aerials is never easy, but this is something that you need to go for this, or try to go for in and out save. So I'd say at about this point, you either, so the ball takes this arc and goes like top corner around, that's not really top corner, but takes this arc and goes top corner, that kind of idea. So either at this point, you need to jump up and try to intercept the ball and try to like get it to go up backboard. So it gives time for you and Zoul to get back, or use the 100 boost that you have and just go as fast as possible to try to get the in and out save. Whichever you'd be more comfortable with. Personally for me, I would go for the aerial because that's what I'd be more comfortable with. But either, I think, would have worked in this situation. Where here you just do nothing until you're already on the goal line, and then you jump. And by that point you have way too much momentum, and you're in the net, way back in net by the time it gets scored. There's nothing you can do about that. Zoul be too much good. Gotta watch out for the double commits here. In this situation, someone really should be calling that they have it. So here, I think Circuit should have churned for this a little quicker than he did. It's not bad, but it's a little slow. So if you check here, so he just goes farther back than he really needs to, because really I think Circuit could have either had a touch on the ball as it hit the ground or caught it, and then potentially just drove it straight into the open net. Because I don't think Thunderbug could have gotten back if Circuit got the touch immediately as it hit the ground here. But instead you waited, and then you decided to go for it. But at this point, either Zoul's going to hit this, or Thunderbug's going to beat you to this ball. Because it's going towards Thunderbug, so you have to... Well, at the start, you were closer. Since it was going towards him, you have to make it more distance than he does. So, and if you see, let's go to your perspective here. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to see. So you have that boost. This is an awkward angle, so I get why you turned as far as what you did. But in this situation, I find it helpful when the ball's right above you, just turn up all cam. So then you'd be like here, and then your camera would probably be something like this. Go Go back a little bit. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, I could do the soft detach. Like it's kind of disorienting. But at this point, you can kind of see if you turned off ball cam. I don't know exactly what camera settings are. Let's say something like this, and then you could try to do a drift turn, so that by the time the ball lands, you could have hit the ball. But instead, you wait, and then go back to player view. So now at this point, you feel like you have to go for the ball, which makes sense. And then Zoul goes, but Thunderbug's also there. So just an unfortunate situation, really. So someone needs to call who's going. Or that Zoul's like says he's falling, and that's because that's a bit riskier for when you're both there. Just trying to be aware of where your teammate is, but also trying to get back to the balls faster than anyone else on the field. Yeah, see what happens here. I don't like this map with this thing here because I can't really. Usually I like watching from here, but I can't really see anything because of this wall. So Zoul hits it out. Circuit did the pre-jump. So yeah, the pre-jump was what screwed you. There's also here, and then you thought Peyton Allen might have had it, but if you just sat back here and just waited for his hit, you would have had enough time to react if you did get a shot on it, and just stayed on the ground. And even so that even with being on the ground here, you still could have saved that bug shot. I'm kind of awkward playing the corner here. Trying to make something work. So, alright, so I want to take a look at something here. So, this is something that's really hard to notice in the heat of the moment, but if you take a look here, at this point, Peyton Alley, I mean, you already jumped to this point, so it's really hard to change what you're doing. But Thunderbug's not going to hit this. Peyton Alley is turned off. And so if Peyton Alley was just fake challenging here, which makes you boom it, because you're trying to beat him to the ball, but then he doesn't go, so he just goes back. So what you end up is just giving him control of the ball back. If you can, just try to recognize when you have space. And just slow down the play and take control of it instead of booming it away to the other team. Not a terrible hit, but also gives possession to the other team. This is another one of those challenges in the corner when you don't have a teammate back yet. Because the corner, your own corner, is the safest spot in the field for the ball to be, other than your opponent's net. Because here, we look, so Peyton goes for this hit. Maybe Peyton getting another one, but really you should just rotate into net here and wait to see what his shot is. Because here you're just hitting it back mid for the team. And luckily they miss, but if you go back, you flip here. But at this point, what you did here is you turned here and the ball comes out like that. But what you should have done is just, you can grab this boost, and then turn around to net. So then, now at this point was like has the ball, maybe he takes a shot, but then you have all of this covered. All of that covered, and some of this as well. So that, and maybe he'll just get a weak shot, maybe you'll hit a crossbar, or you'll be able to save it. and then you can counterplay this way because they're both on the same side of the field. Where here instead, I feel like this is kind of between panic defense. I need to stop them from scoring. What you do instead is you just challenge in the corner. Challenge in the corner isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's only bad when you don't have a teammate behind you to still protect the net. Because otherwise it's just fine leaving the ball in the corner. Here, that should have been a goal for Thunderbug. You guys got spared. And while this is kind of an unfortunate spawn, this is another of just challenging the corner. Because Peytonati's already there. You can just wait in net, see how he plays this. And then Zoul spawns. Unfortunately, spawns there instead of the opposite side, but it's kind of the same thing. The reason that happened is because circuit board you challenged in the corner. We could just set in net and wait to see what happened. Goal. Yes. Nice. Nice. Another kickoff goal. Start of the comeback. You guys are really starting to dominate on kickoffs here. Unfortunately, that didn't go in. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier as well. They get bumped out. Then circuit board has the ball, but you just take way too long to get upfield to be support. You go for that boost. I can't tell whether or not that was actually there. Let's see what's your boost numbers at currently. So yeah, that boost wasn't there, so then you go all this way to the corner. Then you start to push up. However, let's go back a bit. You hit this, you get bumped. But at this point, what I would have done is grab as many boost pads as you can. You don't need 100 boost. Ignore that. It's not there. I mean, it's not there either, but a lot of times when you're 0 boost, so look here, you looked on ball cam, you saw there's no boost there. We still flipped there hoping it would spawn in time. What you should be doing here instead is, well, first get back to defend that, see if all the Peyton is backwards. So you really have two options here. Either grab this boost pad and then get across here and then start to push up, as by that point circuit board's probably up here. Really not, you'd be like pushing up over here. Or you can do to defend that, go back for this one, then grab this one, and then whatever boost pad either there or here, whichever direction would take you better to help support circuit board. And then just continue moving upfield. That by the time that circuit board hits this off the back wall, so he goes for this hit off the backboard. By this point in time, you should be here to help with this rebound. Probably should be like around this boost pad as you're coming upfield. At this boost pad, you see it's gonna come up backward. Tells circuit to get back, and then you can push up so you can get back. And this could have led to another goal for you guys. In the attempt for making the comeback in this game. But instead, you're way out of the play, and then you both challenge the ball, and then they get another goal because of it. So just make sure you're not taking too wide a rotation and going all the way back, when it would be better just to grab small boost pads. And as long as you grab like 3 or 4 boost pads, you'll have plenty of boost to make a play on the ball. Unfortunate skied that shot, but good recovery. Another goal? Oh, no, that was close. That was just awkward position from Zoul. But I saw you get bumped. It's kind of understandable. So you guys are leaving the midfield extremely open. So you want the pass, and you're down by 3 goals, and a half left. But so you go a little bit too wide here, because this just leaves this lane completely open, and you just barely get back in time to save that. Just being aware of your wide rotations. Just a nice pop over them. Good beat. Now you're back within 2 goals. Very reasonable to get 2 goals within a minute, 13 seconds. Again, here's what I was talking about with Zoul, except this time with circuit board. He went all the way back for the corner boost instead of grabbing small boost pads and then turning upfield. Like, I'm just going to keep going over this because it's a huge thing that a lot of people do, but you really don't need to. So right after this kickoff, you turn back, which is good. And Zoul takes that one. So after you flip here, you land right here, grab this boost pad, and you could, depending on how confident you use, if you're super confident Zoul has the ball, which no one except you are in the vicinity. So if you turn ball cam and see the situation with Zoul on the ball, after you grab this boost pad, I would grab this and push upfield like that. Maybe going for this one or that one, then pushing up like that. And if you're less confident, then like if they have a car here, then you can grab this one and then push up or turn around and then challenge as Zoul gets back. But just make sure not going all the way back for the full boost when you really don't need it, when there's plenty of small boost pads on the field. Get enough boost to try to make a play. Your teammate needs your support. And I hear you guys are getting desperate for a goal, which is understandable. But I'm still going to take a look at this. This all goes for the touch, which is fine. Circuit, I don't know how we've gone for this. Just because it's so risky, because the Zoul is still falling off the ceiling. It's hard to say what I would have done here. Maybe I would have challenged this as well. Then I would have been mad, like, oh, I shouldn't have gone for this. So I'm trying to think what I would have done here. So I think at this point, what I would have done instead of, so you're here and then you turn this way, what I've done, you see Zoul going, I would have turned back this way. Well, maybe not go that wide a rotation, but turn this way and try to get mid so that if he gets another touch, you can try to get down to you. Or at this point, if you recognize that come inside the ball, they're going to start tripping, you can try to cut them off. Or go back in shadow. I think that's probably the best play in this situation. But again, you guys were down 2 goals. You guys needed to score. I get it. Unfortunately, they get another counter goal, which I think is the wide majority of their goals in this game was all counter goals. And again, awkward defense. Gotta go for that, but they didn't score, so I'm not gonna pay too much attention for it. This point, game's pretty much over at this point. Down by 20 seconds. Very hard to make that comeback. But you guys get one more goal here, I believe. You get the bump and then Circuit finishes off. Yep. Yep. So the main things I'd say I saw from this replay is a lot of just being way too aggressive on offense. Either being too aggressive or the last one back went too far back. And then you push up, and then because you push up so late, then you get countered as well. A lot of it is counter goals. I don't think there was one goal this game that you guys got like outplayed necessarily in when you guys were stuck on defense. Maybe there was like one, but I think that, again, it was because like you guys were challenging the corner like I talked about earlier when you really had no need to. So I feel like you guys beat yourself more than the other team beat you guys, which is a bit unfortunate. but it's good to notice that and learn from it. That's gonna be all for this one.